we're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine collective, just to see what is going on. We have some very lucky energies coming at us, as today we have a conjunction between our moon and Jupiter. This is always bringing really, really positive shifts, lucky positive energies, and sudden shifts in the right direction. These are energies for our spiritual awakening and our spiritual path during this time too. Today's a really good activation day. I always pay attention to the energies, right? Today and tomorrow are really good days to be working with the energies, and you're going to feel the frequencies lifting up and a lot of positive shifts too as we're back in the higher energies. We've been kind of moving through some of the lower ones, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with a reading specifically for the divine feminine. Remember, this is just a general reading. That's why I say to take what resonates for your specific situation. Make sure that's why you should be doing the one-on-one phone calls on my website. Any of the reading options on my website, we do them as a half-an-hour phone call unless you get a longer one. And this will really, really help you with your specific situation. Every time we go into something in a session, it will help to shift and heal certain things that are coming up. I am also an energy healer. I'm always trying to get you guys to do more of the healings, clearings, and activation work on my website. It's going to help you a ton, no matter what is kind of going on with you too. So check out the healings on my website. You should be doing some type of energy healing work regularly anyway. If you're not, you got pretty yucky energy. Like, right? Make sure you're doing some type of regular energy work, especially on the twin flame journey. That's why your twin flame is triggering things to the surface, and you're going to need to do extra energy work too. Okay, so we have on my website too, I do twin flame coaching. This is great for helping to work you through the process. I paid attention during my own twin flame journey to specifically what was coming up for healing and what was being triggered to the surface, and wrote my coaching just for that too. I help you to heal a lot of things that are triggered, like right through this process. A lot of you guys have insecure attachment styles, might even have the opposite style as your twin flame, as it is triggering you to heal certain things. That's just one of the things. You go through a lot of layers of ego and a lot of old traumas, childhood traumas, things like that. So I have my twin flame coaching program on my website that is going to help you, no matter where you're at in the process, to move through it really, really fast, because oftentimes we're not even consciously aware of all the stuff coming up or rising up too. So I have that twin flame coaching option. It will help you a ton, tons of healings on my website. Make sure you guys are doing more energy work. sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Let's go ahead and start with a reading for the divine feminine. So we have a lot of powerful shifts that are coming at us. We have a planetary alignment tomorrow or lineup. We also have a shift of Venus into Libra, which is going to bring some really nice energies and help us to balance our energies ourselves and within the twin flame connection too. And then, of course, on the 2nd, we have our Virgo new moon, which fits the theme that we're in right now, which is cleansing. You're being guided to cleanse and purify your energy, your space, all corners of your life. Like, right? Time to get it together. Time to get things in order. And, you know, really focusing on yourself during this time too, as, you know, Virgo brings a lot of, I don't want to say healing energy, but it gives us a chance to heal, okay? It brings a lot of healing energies. It helps us to pay attention to the details and things that we need to work on, as we're always needing to work on ourselves. So this Virgo season should make it more clear of what you're here to fix and heal within yourself. But let's go ahead and do a reading specifically for the divine feminine, just to see what is going on. Divine feminine collective, divine masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before I do. You're going to feel not only your twin flames energy around you, probably, I have lots of orbs. Okay. Anyways, I saw the orb. Goodbye. Okay, so you're going to feel your twin flames energy probably all the time when you begin to connect. You're going to sense it. It's like a higher energy though, right? And you're going to feel their energy, but you're also going to feel this third energy, this universal energy, this source energy, and you feel it on your own, but I call it the twin flame energy, right? This is a very spiritual energy that when you're thinking about this person, you're connecting, they're thinking about you, they're connecting, or even if you guys are interacting together, it's another energy, and it's very, very strong and very, very powerful. This is the reason why twin flames go through certain stages. So oftentimes you guys go through the soul recognition, you're in love, it's the love bubble, it's utopia, everything is freaking amazing, you're on these higher frequencies together. Generally what happens is some type of separation will follow at a certain point. This is because you can't sustain together the frequencies, they're much too high. With all that energy running through you, you tend to get exhausted, you tend to fry out, you tend to burn out. It just kind of depends. Or problems come up. Oftentimes, this is where the trauma begins to surface too, especially twin flames. Oftentimes will go through a series of twin flame activations that most aren't even aware of that they're going through. And when you go through these activations, things start to happen, like Kundalini is activated, old traumas rise to the surface, the blocks, the things you need to deal with. If you have been in a separation space, most twin flames have, each separation space is to work through the issues that have caused the separation, which is basically taking you back in to work on certain traumas. I have found that through the separations, oftentimes you're being guided back into old family stuff is being triggered in some type of way that you need to work on or process or heal, maybe reflect on. Oftentimes these are spaces of deep introspection, going deep within yourself. It all depends on how deep you're going too. But oftentimes the twin flame journey requires us to go deep within, whether deep into your soul in different areas of that and to heal it, or even your inner shadows, because oftentimes that twin flame energy is going to bring up fear, doubt, worry, anxieties, things like that to the surface. It tends to amplify these things too. Just as these universal cosmic galactic energies are amplifying things, so is that twin flame energy. It tends to stir up things or different blocks that you need to focus on or work on within yourself. So you're feeling your twin flames energy around you probably all the time when you connect. It's like you can connect on this higher dimensional level. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. Okay, so this reading is for everyone. Some of you guys are in separation and you're really, this is like, it kicks up. If you have not gone through a spiritual awakening, it will kick up dark night of the soul energy. If you've been through a spiritual awakening, it's still very challenging energy to navigate. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows, turbulence, energies coming up, trauma coming to the surface, attachment issues that need to be healed, worked out, and resolved within each person or whatever, because we have each side of it too. And so it's a very challenging time. It can feel like the worst thing that you've ever been through in your life to be separated from this person. And oftentimes this is a stage that you go through. You might go through one separation, you might go through a lot of separations, and it will have you asking deeper questions of the universe, your life, things like that, and looking deeper within yourself. These are energies that are meant to wake you up or take you deeper within your spiritual awakening. So oftentimes, not everyone, but I like to think that twin flames should be already spiritually awakened. Sometimes you are, maybe one is asleep, maybe both of you are awakened. It just kind of depends on where everyone is at. However, twin flame is its own spiritual awakening within an awakening. So it's going to be a harder process if one of the flames or both is unawakened. It doesn't matter. You're still going through the process. And I don't know how people do that are not awake to the connection, because then you might not even know how to navigate it so much, and you might get stuck in some of these yucky or heavier energies that are going to surface and things like that. So it helps if you're spiritually awakened, because you're going to be able to better understand things like taking care of your energy, self-care, energy healing, and what to be doing to better move through some of these spaces. So sometimes this can create challenges if not awakened. Now, I like to think the twin flames are awakened to a certain level, but if not, if one is awake and the other is asleep, you're going to trigger the other person's spiritual awakening. Both are unawakened, well, you're about to go through a spiritual awakening, and the whole planet is anyways, and might not understand what's happening, but that's what's happening across the collective. One of the symptoms, and I was going into a session yesterday and talking to someone about this, people are feeling depression like never before, okay, or things like that. It could be anxieties, things that are being triggered, and the reason why is because when you go through a spiritual awakening, you no longer fit in the old 3D world, but you haven't quite ascended or shifted into the 5D yet. And it's like you just are no longer finding joy in the old activities that all your friends and family are doing that you used to be a part of. And you're kind of outgrowing this 3D space, right? Look at the 3D as like almost like the cocoon, right? Oh my God, okay. So you're outgrowing it, and you're just no longer finding joy in some of those same activities, don't feel like doing much, maybe spending more time alone, right? And things like that. And this can be kind of accelerated as you're on the twin flame journey, because you're being guided to move through a lot of energies, and it triggers all these old repressed emotions that you're having to deal with. This is why energy clearing is going to help too. Now, oftentimes in this dynamic, what I find is very common is maybe one twin flame is more awakened than the other, or both twin flames may be awakened. This is generally, and everyone is different. This is just a general reading, right? Why you should do the one-on-one work with me. But usually, and it is the awakened one, we'll say, or both awakened ones that are helping to clear that energy for the both, because remember that you clear one pattern within yourself and it will clear it for the twin flame on the other side of things. Or you clear some stuck energy or blocks and you're going through all this purging and clearing and you're not understanding why. It's helping with the entire dynamic on both sides. So generally we might have one person more awakened and aware of the work that needs to be done, and maybe the other person not so much, but it's affecting them in a big way too with their life, you'll see. Or we have both twin flames awakened, which is a lot easier, trust me on that. Now, it doesn't matter the dynamic. What usually starts to happen is if you spend enough time with your twin flame, which is usually the love bubble, you start to connect with this person, right? And what happens is we have Kundalini energies within the body. This is a very, very magnetic attraction too. So oftentimes a lot of twin flames will go through, if they haven't already, some type of Kundalini activation and awakening. Maybe some of you guys have already been through that and it's just going to send that energy haywire. Or maybe you haven't been through that yet. And what happens for those that are just experiencing that? So we'll say even if you have had a Kundalini awakening and activation already, the twin flame is going to, we'll say, amplify those energies and make them a lot more intense, right? They're going to stir up those energies in a different kind of way that no other partner could do. And I do mean that in an energetic, but also attraction and kind of sexual energy. But Kundalini isn't necessarily sexual energy, it's just our energy system. But some people think of it like that, and obviously it can play a role in that too. So oftentimes what happens when you begin to activate certain energies from the twin flame journey that you will activate specifically, you're not clear enough. I know we like to think we are. We're living in polluted times, and I mean spiritually. You're full of a lot of blocks, programs, negative beliefs, garbage, toxins, right? I could say attachments, parasites, whatever it is. We have a lot of problems energetically oftentimes that we're not consciously aware of, and we have a lot of deep subconscious and energetic blocks. So when you meet your twin flame and everything begins to be triggered, activated, and stirred to the surface, here comes the trauma. And this can be where the upheavals come from. Old buried repressed emotions, traumas, blocks, negative beliefs, fears, everything kind of comes to the surface. And very, very fast, as twin flames must go through a purification process and even a cleansing process that is very, very intense. And oftentimes you guys do that in these separation spaces the most too, on some type of level too. So we have this need to clear energies, and remembering all the baggage comes up, and oftentimes we're holding on to a lot of karmic baggage, unconscious baggage, like we talked about, and all of this stuff. It has to go. And so this is why oftentimes we feel it being stirred up energetically, emotional intensity, very intense emotions, our emotions getting more intense, but also in our external reality, if there's karmic situations, stuff we need to resolve, family problems, friend problems, whatever it is, other relationships, oftentimes these things kind of come up more, right? You're going to notice you're seeing more, going through more in the external as part of this clearing process. I let my ego get in the way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. It's a lot of ego work too, and we don't like that too, but it's part of the twin flame journey too, where that's another series of, I'll say, stages that you go through where the ego is going to be very, very triggered by this connection. This could be fear. This could be negative mindset, beliefs stirring up to the surface. It could be actual feeling the need when the runner-chaser dynamics kick out on both sides. This is ego problems and things like that. Needing to heal your mindset is huge this Virgo season, and to release any negative beliefs. I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. You might have hurt each other's feelings. Divine Feminine, you might have hurt this person in some type of way. It could have been how you were seeing things, or seeing things in a negative way. Some of these old beliefs are clearing. Be gentle with yourself as you're going through this process. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I want a new beginning. Divine Feminine wants a new beginning. If you guys are in separation, it is coming. Working towards union. Try to let go of expectations of how this will unfold. You know you're coming into union. Physical union. A lot of people are like, I know, I won't go into that chat. Yes, physical union. And that when you're just having interactions with this person, just enjoy the interactions that you're having. Be in the moment with this person. This is the path towards union, no matter where you're at. Even separation. We're going to go through these spaces by ourselves where you need to go deep within your healing. You need to be by yourself. And I saw someone else, they said they were in a twin flame separation for a day and they were trying to date. I said, okay, separation is so you can spend that time by yourself in solitary doing that spiritual work. If you bring other connections into it, it's going to cause more hurt and pain and create more blocks and resistance and probably screw the process up. Okay, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, it's all great. Well, it depends on if you want this connection or not, right? Okay, so just be aware. Also, your twin flame will mirror things. If you bring another person into the connection, they most certainly probably will too. Okay, and we don't really want that. Okay, so if you are navigating a space of separation or working towards union, enjoy that time by yourself. Take care of yourself. Really, really do the energy work, do the healing. And the faster you move through it, the faster that you're going to come into these reunion and union energies. But it's part of the path and we can't skip it. And everyone is at different places or phases within the journey too. If you're working towards union, relax right now. Just surrender to the process and how it's unfolding. Make sure, regardless of where you're at, that you're manifesting what you desire and doing some soul searching on your future and what you want in a connection, especially this connection. If you're in union, amazing times for the planet. You guys are going to be feeling so, so good. The more you can balance your energies with yourself, that's why you have to go through the separation phase too. You come together first in the love bubble. You come together, you know this is your person, and then the anguish, the purges, and the cleansing, right? And you got to do that part alone because you guys are purging out nasty stuff and attachments, and it's not able to do that with your twin flame. And you go through that phase and then you are reunited and you come into union oftentimes. Some twin flames can do multiple separations. Depends on how much healing work and baggage you need to do. This is why it's very beneficial for you to actually dig in deep and do some energy healing, because if you don't, the same stuff remains and you're getting the same results when you try to come back together. It's very important that you're healing and working on things and changing things within yourself so that you're getting better results on this journey too. I know a lot of people who have done multiple reunions and tried to come into union, never coming into union fully. I know, right? And because they're not doing the healing. So make sure you're doing the healing regardless of where you're at. Those in union, amazing times for you. You guys should be putting together your ideas, doing things, creating things, building things together, as you are the ultimate power couple with this person. And you'll notice that you have kind of two sides of the same gifts and like abilities that work very, very well together. Some of you guys are going to be building families, homes, businesses, projects, whatever it is, entrepreneurship, helping the planet, missions, bigger things. And it just kind of depends on how that will translate into the physical reality as well too. But at the least, a beautiful, beautiful, harmonious, lasting union that's going to put out a lot of positive energies and even raise up the planet. Our job as light workers, empaths, starseeds, and healers is to raise up the frequencies of the planet during this time. And so you know that when you're doing that within yourself, it is helping a ton. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. You might see where you've made mistakes in this connection too, and to work on these things. Your twin flame is here to motivate you to be a better person. Usually they push your buttons in just the right way so that you see things that you need to heal and that you need to work on with this person and show you things within yourself. They're here to trigger old, I said it's messy. I just put my latest book up about this, and first these things need to be triggered to the surface so you guys can both be aware of them to heal them, and it gets a little bit messy. Your twin flame is here to show you patterns, behaviors, and beliefs that are no longer serving you so that you can do the inner work to break out of certain things that are not serving you. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. You might have acted out of ego. I always say ego is like the fear and old beliefs. I want to make things right. You want this person and you want to fix things. You want to heal things. That can easily be done if both are working towards that. I realize all of the mistakes I've made. And like I said, you may have made mistakes on your side. Focus on your side. You deserve better than them. I regret what I did to you. Our souls speak the same language that only you and I get. You can easily talk to this. I was talking to this person, I was saying, it can feel like you're getting lost in a time warp. Like I was feeling that, right? Like you can sit and talk for hours and it feels like no time passed by literally, or it feels like you're being transported into your own dimension. You can easily lose track of time and talk about anything, or easily talk and open up to this person on both sides too. You guys get each other on a deep level. While you might be kind of like the yin and the yang and the opposite divine feminine masculine energies, you very easily get each other and where you're coming from. I have past family stuff that I have to heal. You've triggered a lot of inner child healing in me, and I've brought a lot of inner child wounds out in me. And especially if you guys are navigating separation, you'll see the reason why is because your twin flame has triggered these wounds within you. And the reason why you need to separate temporarily, as this is a temporary phase or period in your journey, is so that you can heal those wounds without them being re-triggered, because they are deep and they are painful areas that you need to heal. This happens even in union too, that you guys can tend to trigger things not trying to, unconscious energies. We talked about those blocks, old wounds and things like that. All of the old wounds need brought to the surface. This is not going to happen overnight. This is an ongoing process that you're going to learn lessons with this person and work together with this person to heal certain things. This is meant to be a mutually beneficial connection too. Divine Feminine, you're being guided to go back into your past and your past family stuff. More healing. I want to start over with you. I have faith in the universe that this is bigger than both of us at the moment. This whole journey was for us to find our way back to each other, and you might know that. This is a very different kind of love, where you might fall in love with each other many times across this lifetime, but across many, many lifetimes that you've come together with this person and you've fallen in love with this person, and you may complete and do different cycles with this person. You have too many blocks for union still, so needing to clear your energy and to release deeper blocks. You need to shift into your divine feminine energies. Feminine. All right, this person, this masculine, is meant to empower you in some type of way and for you to take back your power. So we're dealing with solar plexus energy. This is healing unhealthy relationship patterns, inner child patterns, and even codependency patterns. And this is like getting independent in your own energy, having a healthy connection. Change how you're seeing things, change your perception, and see past the illusions. All right, using your third eye and tapping into that higher awareness right now, you're needing to learn how to use your spiritual gifts. You are all day long, your entire life. You've created every second of it. Don't like your life like it's a bad movie, you're leaving 0-star review, that's on you. Like, right? You are creating your entire reality. Most people are unconsciously. This is where you become more consciously aware of your manifestation gifts and abilities, and you begin to create something that you love out of this. You've created every second of the twin flame journey too, so ask yourself how it is going. Using your third eye to manifest what it is that you desire. Time to take responsibility for how things are going. Okay, make sure that you are working on your healing. This is multidimensional healing and integrating energies. Time to get rid of those toxic love patterns right now. This could be drama, addictive connections, or even a lot of highs and lows. You're needing to be more balanced within yourself and to heal any negative patterns. You might have a push and a pull. Someone described it as hot, cold, power struggles and imbalance. You're needing to heal these imbalances too. Whether you're needing to learn your partner's love language and what they need in a connection to stay more balanced, or even your own. Some of you guys are in no contact, and this is easy for me to understand, but every separation is different, but oftentimes some of you guys have minimal to no contact. It just kind of depends. You might be blocked, silent treatments, or there might be no communication. A lot of times your twin flame, I see this, might leave you on read and read your messages or not reply. They might not read your messages at all. They might have you blocked everywhere so that you cannot communicate. The reason why is so that you can work on yourself and work on your own end of things. So you'll know when you're shifting out of it, because they will open up to you and come back. All right, this is like everything is coming up. You have some secrets to deal with. Things you haven't processed, things you need to revisit, old energies. We've been talking about maybe connected to your family, past relationships, things that are being triggered, old wounds that you haven't fully resolved that you don't want to be taking into your twin flame journey. You need to unpack that baggage, unpack the karmic baggage. This might be triggering things to the surface on a deeper level for you to understand, reflect on, and heal karmically. All right, there will be some type of reconciliation for those that are apart. This is harmony, resolving any issues and getting back together. Oftentimes that is the first stage of when you guys begin to come back together. You're needing to work out and resolve any issues that might have put you in separation, or maybe you guys are just working towards union and you're needing to resolve any issues keeping you apart too. So there's going to be some very positive energies coming into the planet. Now, we've been in this Mercury retrograde energy. People are like, what is wrong with the energies this week, right? All right, we're in this Mercury haze a little bit. Things have been a little bit slow for the past 2 weeks. It's like trancing out, sitting around, daydreaming, and working on yourself energy, okay? But things are going to pick up and start to move. Not quite yet, but as we're going into September, September brings a very fast energy. And we also have the equinox that comes at us. It's one of my favorite times of year. And so end of August, a little bit slow right now. We're wrapping up August, right? As soon as we go into September, even the first couple of days with that new moon, here comes the energies of the equinox available to us. And things are going to move very, very, very fast. And we have a lot of Mercury energy flying around, Mercury retrograde, whatever, right? And things like that. But also Virgo is ruled by Mercury too. And this is a lot with the mind, with the thoughts, right? And kind of reflecting, we'll say, energy. But don't worry, things are going to get ready to move, especially as we're moving into the rest of the year. Make sure you're working on yourself, Divine Feminine. This is going to help on both sides of your connection. We have the Queen of Cups. This is staying in that Divine Feminine energy. You need to be more compassionate to yourself and to your twin flame. Oftentimes they're going through everything that you've been through, and maybe they're not able to open up and share that with you or articulate that and put that into words. Take care of your heart and take care of your twin flame's heart going through this process. Be supportive to both of you. Whether you're being guided to be more supportive of yourself and to look after yourself and take better care of yourself, or your twin flame too. This is like really tapping into these deeper feelings, unconditional love for this person. This is the hardest task of twin flames, is you're needing to set aside any blocks, disagreements, miscommunications that might have been happening recently, and you need to embody that unconditional love, accepting this person as they are, not putting so many expectations on them, just loving them with no expectations of any outcomes, and just understanding this connection on a deeper level. So this is staying in your feminine energy. Connect with your intuition, balance, and what to do in love. I really feel that your soul is speaking to you through every one of your experiences, and you're going to know what to do. Oftentimes we don't trust our intuition and we're not understanding it, but it's always there letting you know what to do with this kind of situation. And I do feel this is the biggest help to you in separation, and it is why in separation a lot of you guys, like I said, are being guided to work on yourself, not to date, and to really put that focus on yourself and that energy into yourself as you're going through the deepest transformation that you've ever gone through in your life that the twin flame journey brings up. And that something in your soul is going to know that you're coming into union or you're working towards your union. It doesn't matter if you're in separation, slow coming into union, or even just in union, not knowing where it's going. So we have the 10 of Wands. You are taking on too much responsibility for other people. Oftentimes you need to reset and step back. You are an empath. It is not your job to take on other people's stories. And this was the message I wanted to go into anyways, because be careful taking on everyone's negativity, negative stories. You will take these experiences into your journey as well too. So there's a lot of negative stuff on the internet in some of these twin flame internet groups, right? People telling you about their story and where they're at with things. Make sure that you're not really taking other people's beliefs into your experience too, if they're negative and not aligned with what you want to manifest too, because we have a hard enough time. Sometimes we're picking up collective beliefs from the collective movies we've seen, how we think things go about love and other things like that. Needing to let go of and release other people's energies, especially as twin flames are generally empath healers, and it can be very overwhelming and challenging to just deal with the planet and the collective fields during this time, let alone yourself staying in balance and even your twin flame right now. So this is like, some people are not appreciating you. This is something I always talk to my twin flame about, because oftentimes the divine feminine struggles with boundaries more. And maybe you both do, it depends, but oftentimes it is the twin flame because you have been brought up differently. When we are children, we're raised differently, whether we're the feminine or the masculine, oftentimes, right? And things like that. So oftentimes the feminine is expected to take care of those around them and do things like that. But also make sure that you're having good boundaries right now. You might be having friends, family, or external situations that are draining you during this time and not serving you. Really, really be mindful of your time, energy, and space, divine feminine. Because we have the 7 of Wands. And this is in reverse too. And I always say this is like, all right, you're needing to stand up for yourself, and you might be exhausted and burned out. You might feel like you're losing control. This is where surrender comes in. Surrender to the universe during this time. Trust the process. You've done this before many, many lifetimes with your twin flame. We see that the planetary energies were not very conducive to love in the 3D. Not a joke, right? Yeah, I know, a lot of karma to be worked off in the 3D. But in the higher, This is where you reach that frequency where twin flame union is possible, and you can stay in these beautiful unions too. This is why it's important that you're raising up your frequency, and the planet is going to get better and better for handling the high frequencies that twin flames require, or tapping into those frequencies. All right, you're at the Two of Swords, and this is in reverse, and this is like needing to let go of the past resentment. You might be feeling overwhelmed and even emotionally detached. You might be acting cold and guarded. Sometimes you're needing to open up with this person. Once again, this connects with getting in your feminine energy and telling them how you feel. If you're really, really closed off and not telling this person how you honestly feel, they might not be either. They might be mirroring that to you. So you're being guided to really open up and get vulnerable and tell this person how you feel, what you want, what you desire. You'll feel better having these conversations, right? Because they'll get you somewhere with this person so they can better understand your side of things too. We have the Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I have cat hair on me. Okay. One of my favorite cards. It's working together. We talked about this. You guys are the dream team. You and your twin flame. You can easily, fit in with each other's projects, make things happen. You're the movers and the shakers of the new earth. You're the entrepreneurs of the new. You are the way showers into a new paradigm that a lot of people are struggling to get out of the old. But you guys are doing it first too. So this is like all about working together, and like some of you guys might actually work together. I see so many twin flames, or you guys might be at the same job. You're at the same job. You're in that group for a reason. You're meant to be doing that. Or maybe you got really complementary jobs, right? Like you might be doing something and your twin flame's really complementary to that. Or maybe some of you guys are meant to be working together on some of these things. And when you do, you're going to notice that you're attracting a lot more money, abundance, and positive things with this person. They could be guided to help you with your manifesting, or it could be actual, we have job stuff coming up too, okay, for whoever that's for. Okay, we're going to do the masculine kind of quick because my cat is like getting cat hair all over me right here. She's on my cards. She always wants to come do cards with me. As long as she's not eating them, right? Okay, so let's do Divine Masculine. We're going to do a quick reading for the masculine. So I have activations on my site for today. Like I said, I haven't done videos for a couple days. I was getting my book up, which is always a lot for me. So doing cards right now. I'll go do my live, and then I'll be around doing activations all day. I have stuff up for Sedona. I will be in Sedona. I'm going Friday. And so I will have stuff up in Sedona for Friday, which is amazing. I do have, not a ton, but I have a couple activations up. Make sure you're signing up for my Sedona activations. It's going to be, I say, life-changing, amazing energies. I always know what to do in those spaces, right? Energetically, I need it too. You need an upgrade. Yeah, you needed to raise your vibe, you needed a boost to energy, you needed an upgrade. Trust me, this planet can be like that, right? We're living on a draining planet, right? All right, so sometimes we need to recharge and take care of our energy, recalibrate our frequency and things like that. I always love these sacred sites. So I always think of, in America, we have Shasta and Sedona. I don't know, I'm drawn. I'm like I'm always magnetized to these places globally, right? I've been to a lot of the sacred sites in other places too. So while over here in America, right, I'm always drawn. So I'm very drawn to these places. I'll be over there. I have a couple Sedona things up, and I'm going to be doing activations today. Check it out. I did put up a couple new moon things up too, because I'll be like right back. That's when I do meditation day. So check my shop out. Anything in my shop you can do anyways. We're still in those energies. Like if it's up there, it's good. Okay, so Divine Masculine energies, where are you at? Divine Masculine Collective and direct messages, Divine Feminine. If you're watching, masculine to feminine. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? They are wondering if you love them. Like they might be wondering how you feel. They are always around you. They're always guiding you too. You probably, like we saw in the other reading, sense their energy in their higher self. Their higher self is one of your spirit guides. You have a beautiful spirit team around you, and you end up together with this person in the future. Oh yeah, and I mean forever. Really, right? They're around you. They're trying to guide you and help you with your timelines and your awakening. That's why so many of you guys have interdimensional experiences where you get telepathic downloads, messages, sensing this person. You get really beautiful messages from this person. This is from their higher self. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. This person might feel lacking direction, lost, or just not sure where they're headed right now. especially if in separation, they will feel that void, piece missing, or feel that lack without you of where you should be. I still see your smiling face in my mind's eye. This person spends a lot of time thinking about you. In fact, oftentimes the divine masculine can't get the feminine off of their mind, and they're trying to. They got things to do, right? I know. Oh my God. Okay. So they're thinking about you a lot. They reflect on you and the connection. Time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. So it doesn't matter how much time has gone by, you guys can pick up right where you left off, as we do with all souls. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. This person might have underlying fear of rejection, maybe not opening up fully yet with their feelings, or if in separation, not reaching out yet. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh that used to light up my world. You tame my demons. You calm this person down. This person just wants tranquil energy. You might have a very grounding energy for this person and a very calm energy, especially the more divine feminine you're staying in your higher frequency. You can really help this person to stay more balanced in their life, or to bring more balance in their life. I need to work on myself. I'm trying to clear my head. So this person is doing the work. Yeah, I know. Divine masculine is like way shower, leader of the new earth. They're meant to lead you into union and within this connection. Usually divine feminine, I hate saying this, is a little bit lost, and they need their divine feminine as that anchor or that guidance to help them with this too. And you guys are literally navigating a new paradigm where your heart chakra awakened. You're awake, you're divine masculine. You're doing things differently than the generations before us, and you know that. I wish you were here with me. This person misses your presence if you're apart. Or even some of you guys might be navigating different situations, could be slow coming into union. Some of you guys live in different cities, states, countries. This can be very challenging to navigate on top of it, and things like that, or whatever it is. This person is missing your presence. They want to touch you. They want to be with you. I should have fought for you. This person might be realizing they should have fought for this union or this connection. I can't let you go. Doesn't matter where you guys are at in that process. This person can, like I said, never get you off their mind. They can't let you go either. Sometimes you guys figure out that connection even more if in separations are coming into union. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. I thought I could detach. Being apart only makes the connection even more intense. They might have thought that they could detach or disconnect from this. This is an intense connection. If you're in a separation, this person needs breathing room. They need to get in their own vibe for a minute. It gets very intense and very overwhelming, especially as we talked about. A lot of twin flames are empaths, starseeds, light workers, and things like that, whether you guys are awakened to that or not. So you feel energy very intensely, especially your own too. Look at separation as a temporary break that you guys both need to recalibrate your energy. We were created as the same members of the same stars. My soul recognizes yours and longs to be with yours. And that's where the longing comes from. We can't make rational sense of it. If anything, the ego talks you out of it. It has all these beliefs and barriers about love won't work out. It'll go bad. I'll get hurt. But the soul knows. And this is where the longing comes from. Twin flames often feel an intense longing, a magnetic energy pull, and an energetic attraction once they meet. And it's like a pull. It's an energy pull just to be around this person or to be within this connection. This is coming from the spiritual or the soul connection. I feel the same emotions as you all of the time. You guys are very emotionally connected. Things got too intense too fast. Your energy was too intense and overwhelming or draining me. And this can happen, especially, this is one of the problems of separation. You guys are not spending enough time by yourself on your own projects, hobbies, and things like that. You get sucked into each other. You're around each other too much, and both twin flames end up drained and depleted. And this is why you need a healthy balance of spending time alone, taking care of yourself, and then spending enough time on this connection, cultivating this connection too. All about balance. So, time to harmonize your energy. Let your light shine, divine masculine. Divine order, have patience with this situation, divine masculine. Some of you guys are being tested, triggered. You need to have patience in this connection. You're clearing karma. We already talked a lot about Kundalini activation, as this is something coming up. Oh my God, I have today. I forgot. Today, I do twin flame activations on these days. I have a twin flame heart chakra Kundalini activation today that will help, as this is part of opening the heart chakra with the Kundalini energy too. So I know I have that on my site too. So we have both of these needing to clear karma and activate your Kundalini. This will help a lot with the energies. So when we aren't activated, energy's stuck in the body, we want to be more open. Okay, compassion, higher heart opening. Work on having more compassion for your divine feminine, understanding of her perspective, her view inside of things. And this is like opening your heart chakra to your divine feminine and to this connection. You're getting a lot of messages. Follow the signs. They're leading you on your path, but it's also kind of spirit signs letting you know that you're going in the right direction. You're going to see a lot of things that remind you of this person, your twin flame. Could be little reminders that make you think of this person. All right, you have karma coming up and divine intervention. You're clearing attachments during this time. It could be attachments to how you wanted your life to go, how you want your life, whatever it is. As the karma is clearing, you're letting go of a lot of past energies that were not serving you, divine masculine. All right, perfect Virgo season. This is planning. Some of you guys are having phone calls with your person and meeting up. You know, this is where it's headed. Expect more communication as we're getting out of Mercury season, right? Okay. Expect more communication as we're clearing Mercury retrograde, which takes us into deep past blocks so we can move forward more fully and more smoothly too. So this is like planning. Some of you guys might be making plans with your twin flames, and this keeps you in that higher, something to look forward to within the connection. I found sometimes these plans do or don't work out, but at least when you have a nice plan, it gives you something to work towards. All right, you might be going through, this person might be a little bit immature, kind of testing you, your divine feminine, divine masculine. They might be not acting very immature. Someone told me their divine feminine was acting like a high schooler, because we have all of these aspects. Yeah, you got the inner child, you got the inner teenager, and this is where our wounding lies. And so sometimes these things are triggered, and you might find that too. Just be compassionate and patient with your divine feminine. They're healing a lot right now. All right, they might be hiding their true feelings, or you might be, there's deep emotions here. You're both secretly in love with each other, but one or both might be acting cold or detached, and that's okay, but you know how you feel about this person. They feel the same about you. All right, this person is thinking about you, your divine feminine. This is like nostalgia and missing you. They miss you. Even if you're together in union, when you're gone, they miss you a ton. It might feel unbearable, right? Like you're like, I just talked to you 5 minutes ago, right? Like they're missing you all the time. It can feel unbearable to be apart. I see people that are apart from their twin flame for a few weeks, and here comes the lows and the crashes and things like that. Just having more interaction will help, because you guys miss each other a ton, especially if apart. All right, this is high value energy. Your divine feminine is high value. She is the empress. She might be extra beautiful or sexy to you, maybe abundant, or maybe very confident in her energy, right? And these are things that might trigger you at the same time, but this is and I mean this by how, not by money, because we think of value as money, but how she presents herself and comes across, right? And it might have taken a long time, because I talk about how we all come out of low self-esteem and low self-worth and picking bad people, and we had to go through this whole inner journey to end up in these higher tarot card energies, right? I know we had to move through this whole thing of life, but your divine feminine has been finding herself. Maybe she's really strong in her energy, or is bringing a good energy to the table, or attracting a lot of good opportunities, potential, abundance, people, connections, whatever it is. This is part of why you're drawn to this person too, and you know this about her too. Now, I like to think of the Empress as a beautiful mother energy, divine feminine. This isn't for everyone, but I know a lot of twin flames that are moms, right? Maybe they're already a mom and have children from pre-existing karmic connections, or maybe you guys are going to make a blended family. If masculine, you have kids, or maybe some of you guys are meant to have children with twin flames too. When twin flames have children, this is where the Osirises and Jesuses of the world come from, right? The higher dimensional awakened children come from, that are really, really important to the collective too. This isn't for everyone, okay? But I always think of the Empress as a very feminine energy, very nurturing energy, very caring energy, and loves to look after people, whether their own family, the masculine, or even the people around her too. Empress energy. This is a very abundant energy. Okay, we have the Devil in reverse. This is time to let go of addictions. This could just be attachments, right? And this is like karmic energy. You are freeing yourself. You have been wrapping out and closing out some deep karmic cycles in your life, letting go of the past. It happens again and again. These are things within ourselves. We've already been through this stuff in the past, but it will resurface to clear more. You've been letting go of so many karmic energies. You might have taken on a family that had challenging karma, or even just a lot of deep karmas that you've been through in this lifetime. And this was of service to the collective. It's how twin flames help the collective too. So just be gentle with yourself. You're letting go of a lot of deep stuff in this lifetime. Okay, you might be tired. You might be lacking the energy to do much. I know, you might not really feel like doing much too. And you're needing to step outside your comfort zone with this card. All right, we have the Strength card, and I love this because it's my Twin Flame Infinity card, right? Okay, so this is balancing out your emotions, calming your temper, inner strength, confidence, and being courageous. Time to let go of the fears, doubts, and anxieties. Both sides twin flames go through. It's like you're fine on your own and your twin flame comes around and all of a sudden you're afraid. You're like, what? And these are just like, I don't know. It can be stirred up too. And these are things that you need to clear, resolve, and move through within yourself. They're probably deep-rooted things, keyword rooted, that you need to work on for a while. Really work on your root chakra. If you're someone that struggles with fear, anxiety, and doubt within the connection, do some type of root chakra healing. I'm having to do a lot of that anyways, all the chakras, but go back to the root if you are a twin flame. This is going to help you to release some of these things, because we talk about most of what is surfaced comes from the root chakra, whether unconsciously or consciously, whether this is karma, family karma, fear, trauma. A lot of this stuff is stored in the root. Okay, the Five of Swords. This is getting a peaceful resolution in your situation. Divine Masculine wants peace. You move in peace. You just want calmness. And this is like a compromise. If you guys haven't been getting along or had a conflict, you guys are overcoming these challenges and coming into a state of harmony and a state of peace within this connection. It's what you both want, just a beautiful relationship. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You've had to let go of a lot of people, things, situations, or past issues. Once again, it's just the past. Suddenly you're outgrowing people from your past. These could be friends, old connections, a karmics. It could be family. And this can be challenging. You're outgrowing who you used to be. You're going to probably just find that you don't resonate with the same old situations and people anymore, and that new opportunities knocking on your door. You're making new spiritual connections or people that are more aligned with your future and where you're going than your past and things like that. And so you're realizing that too, okay? This is also a wealth card. You might be coming into some money. This could be through your job, inheritance, things like that. You're really doing good, better and better. As you're letting go of karmic energies of your past, you're going to flow into more and more abundance. The entire planet is, especially Divine Masculine. Knight of Wands in reverse. There might have been delays with this situation. Oh my God, okay, this is, you might be kind of competitive person. You know, this could be player energy, not for everyone. Okay, this is like, you might have run into obstacles and delays, because usually it's like moving forward and going after what you want, but you might be hesitant right now. You might be not sure. You might have run into blocks, obstacles. Sometimes it's the universe putting barriers up, so we work through the process differently, or these are barriers within ourselves. Blocks of why you think you're slow coming into union or you haven't come into union. These things need to go. So any blocks, barriers, things within yourself that are preventing you from union or full union, these need to clear, okay? Now, as you are clearing these blocks, you're going to step into more and more higher frequency energy, and you're going to have more energy, and you're going to feel better too. So Divine Masculine has a little bit of clearing blocks coming up, energy blocks. Your twin flame might be stirring these to the process, or just they might be coming up around her presence so that you can clear these things. Energy clearing for both of you guys, okay? Make sure you're clearing your energy. We had that talk at the beginning. All right, I'm going on that note anyways. I'm going to be around doing healings and readings and other things like that. I also teach tons of classes. I teach Reiki and Sikhem and things like that on my website. If you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Go with what resonates on my website. Just go with what you're guided to. It's all really, really going to help you when you're picking the healings. Have a beautiful day.